Now let's go ahead and get the show started with some great guests today, empowering your American dream. All right, now a topic that many people are very passionate about, the Second Amendment. There's not better people to bring into studio than our good friends Arlo Nugent, who is a competitive shooter. We also know you from the real estate space out there on our show Lifestyle. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And then Michael Schwarz, you're the director of San Diego County Gun Owners. Good to have you on the show as well. I know you've been pretty active during political season. So, guys, this is a big topic. It's in many ways a polarizing topic. What do people need to know about it right now? We have a new president, probably some new legislation coming through. You're an expert in the space. What do we need to know?
Sure. Well, there's three levels. There's federal, state, and local. And on the federal level, with the election of Trump, the best thing he's going to do to support us is to appoint judges that support the Second Amendment as it was originally intended. State level in California, we're in big trouble. Sacramento is passing some pretty horrible laws. They've already passed a number that are basically going to do no more than turn law-abiding citizens into, criminals overnight because of, they're basically criminalizing legal behavior, legal, normal behavior that gun owners, do in California.
So the federal law won't trump the state law, no pun intended, right? but it won't trump the state laws.
It's not going to do enough. The way our republic works is that the states have a certain amount of ability to pass their own laws, and the federal government has the ability to pass their laws. So is Trump going to be able to sweep in and save us all from California laws? Absolutely not. That's not going to happen.
Interesting. Where's your passion come from in all this as a competitive shooter, gun owner, hunter?
Right. So I grew up shooting. This is something I did with my father. This is the best memories that I have is growing up, going out shooting with my father. I remember the smell. I just remember the excitement. I remember everything about it. So to me, it's a sport. It's something that I do competitively. It's something that I do for fun. I'm a law-abiding citizen all the way around. These new laws now will make me a felon. So based on a firearm that I registered with the Department of Justice, that I bought legally with a background check, with these 6 new laws that just came down, technically, I will be a felon for possessing the same firearms that I compete, and I compete in law enforcement competitions. So those competitions that I compete in, the firearms I use based on some of these new laws now, I'm a criminal.
What is the gist of the new laws, Michael?
The gist of the new laws is that they've actually changed the way gun ownership is in California. So they've described firearms in a way to try to ban them completely. So if you own a particular type of firearm, just because of the aesthetics of it, not really necessarily the function of it, it's not going to be available. You're going to have to make severe changes to it, or you're going to have to register it. It's basically making something that you bought and use legally into something that is illegal unless you jump through some hoops. Now the problem with that is, you can jump through the hoops, but there are a number of people out there that aren't even going to hear about the hoops.
Right.
They aren't even going to know about the hoops. And Arlo's very representative of what gun ownership is, especially in California. He's a professional, law-abiding, pillar of society. He's somebody that owns guns for sport. He's somebody that owns guns for self-defense. He's somebody that collects. That's who a typical gun owner is, and these laws are not punishing criminals. They're punishing law-abiding people like Arlo.
So that was my next question, because the reason where this all stems from, we have these mass shootings, right? And so, of course, typical politicians, they react by hitting the hot button item that plays to people's emotions. They try and simplify the solution. They don't go down deep on mental illness or some of the other challenges we have, and they simplify it. And they seem to demonize gun owners. But just being an open book with our audience, I own a gun. I believe in the Second Amendment. But it's a natural concern, right? These mass shootings aren't cool. Do you think that these laws in any way, shape, or form actually slow the bad guys down, stop the bad guys? Do they do anything in the realm of minimizing mass shootings?
So the problem with the other side that are passing these laws and supporting these laws, we've come to the conclusion that gun ownership is the best tool for self-defense. So our foundation is self-defense, and we've decided, hey, the best tool to be able to defend myself in the home, outside of the home, is the firearm. The other side isn't really interested in public safety. They have an irrational fear of firearms that maybe stems from a number of different things. A lack of knowledge, maybe a traumatic experience, something like that. But they're actually using public safety as an excuse to further their agenda.
Right.
Now, what that results in is that they're targeting the firearms rather than targeting the cause of crime. The Department of Justice in California released numbers and shows that most crimes that are involving a firearm are gang-related. They're, illegal drug sales, that sort of thing. There are people that are repeat criminals. They're typically under 30. And rather than target, okay, well, what's the cause of that? How do we reach out to these folks and make sure that people don't grow up to be repeat criminals? They make laws that punish people.
I think what their agenda is not going a layer deeper. There's a lot of sheeple out there that will play to those sound bites that you see in the media. And the knee-jerk reaction is, well, we want less mass shootings. But if we're not willing to go a layer deeper, you're not going to really get to the core element of the problem, which I know you guys are really focused on. I appreciate you coming in here. I got to be real quick. You got an event coming up May 6th?
We do. San Diego County Gun Owners, we're having our second annual Second Amendment celebration dinner. It's at the Hotel Del, May 6th at 6 p.m. There's more information on our website, which is SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. It's going to be a great event. Hundreds of people there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, you're a leader in the space. I appreciate you coming in, commenting with us, Michael. Arlo, you're obviously someone who is going to experience these changes, who is one of the good guys out there. It's good to have you on the show as well.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, more of the American Dream. Stick around.
Without someone doing something about it, it's not going to get any better.